I can't resist the temptation to look at ourselves through the angles of others, then we're lost. So we keep on going this track, a sovereignistic foreign political strategy exclusively based on reaching the national interest.
It's a pleasure to talk to you again, Minister Sihato. Welcome back to the Kingdom of Thailand.
Thank you so much.
How is it different for you this time?
Well, whenever I come, I realize many changes and many developments here, which are very remarkable, and that underlines the importance of our willingness to cooperate with Thailand more and more effectively and more tight. This time, we concentrate on people-to-people contacts and on company-to-company or business-to-business contacts. Happy that we signed 2 agreements today on the level of, on the field of higher education. I was happy to meet the students of the university. I was happy to meet the leadership of the chamber. I'll happy to meet the foreign minister again. So you know, our relationship is pretty colorful. It's based on mutual respect. Wide-ranging, but there are still chances to further improve it.
Where do you see the improvement growing when it comes to our bilateral relations? What needs to be done more?
Yeah, well, first of all, you know, we offer the most profitable and most beneficial investment climate in Europe for the companies. We offer the lowest tax rates of Europe. We offer the lowest energy prices of Europe, and we offer a really great labor force. And now there are Thai companies who are taking advantage of all these benefits. Among them, the flagship, which is the Thai President Food, which is now entering into an investment of 45 million euros with the support of the Hungarian government worth 5 million euros cash incentive. On the other hand, what we would like to see is more Hungarian exports on the field of medical devices and agriculture and food industry. Many of your hospitals are now being equipped by Hungarian X-rays and Hungarian implants. And in the meantime, more and more food industry products are being exported to Thailand. We have the most strict system of food or of regulations on food industry in Europe. We have basically excluded the GMO from our food industry operations, which means that the food you buy from Hungary is not only delicious but healthy in the meantime. So we hope we will be able to improve our cooperation with the Department of Livestock Development, because you know they give the license for imports here in Thailand, and we are negotiating about Hungarian pork to be exported to Thailand, and we hope that we will get the necessary permit for that and we can start the real operation.
Well, I personally look forward to seeing more progress after our elections. Then we'll have a clearer picture of where this relations is heading. But in the meantime, now that you're here, and Hungary is part of EU as well, but you know, Hungary is Hungary, EU is EU. So we'd love to hear your analysis on what's going on in the world. How is Hungary dealing or handling the geopolitics, being part of the EU?
Well, I think that it is obvious that the European Union has mismanaged the challenges which had been confronted to the European Union in the recent years. I mean, the last 1.5 decades, we had the financial crisis, we had the migration crisis, we had the COVID, and we have now the war in Ukraine. And obviously, Europe was unable to find solutions to any of these 4. The reason for bad answers was that the European Union is over-ideologizing over-ideologizing everything. And once you confuse ideology with economy, ideology with security, then you don't go anywhere. So that's why the European competitiveness has decreased a lot. The level of security in Europe has worsened. And this is due to the mistakes and bad decisions made and committed by the leadership in Brussels, namely the European Commission. I think Ursula von der Leyen is the worst Commission president ever, although her predecessors were not performing well either, but she performs even more poorly than her predecessors. So the thing is that we have chosen a totally different direction. We Hungarians say no to war, we say no to migration, and we say no to the gender ideology. So we basically say a big no to the liberal mainstream in Brussels. Because currently the European Union is being overruled by this liberal mainstream, a very aggressive liberal mainstream in Brussels. And we follow a totally different path, 180 degrees different. We follow a patriotic, sovereignistic path in the framework of which we are the only ones not to deliver weapons to Ukraine from Europe. We are the only ones to argue for peace in Ukraine. We are the only Europeans, mostly, to keep the channels of communication with Russia open. We are the only ones who want either ceasefire or a peace agreement instead of the war to be escalated. We say no to migration. We don't allow any illegal migrants to the country. And we say no to the gender ideology because for us, family consists of mother, father, and children, where mother is a woman and father is a man. And we do think that whenever a human being is being born, then it's very easy to judge whether female or male, and there's no other option. So we have a conservative, patriotic, sovereignistic approach to these issues, which made Hungary successful, as the last 4 years have been the most successful years in Hungarian economic history from the perspective of investments. Never ever so many investments have not taken place, so many jobs have not been created, so many factories have not been constructed than in the last 4 years. So 4 years of investment records, which makes Hungary a survivor of this European decline, actually. It is not by accident that my prime minister is the only political leader in Europe who can reach out simultaneously, successfully, to Washington, to Moscow, to Beijing, and to Ankara as well. No other European leaders can do that.
So will this eventually lead to Hungary exiting the EU?
No, absolutely. We are not going to leave European Union because European Union has a common market and we are an export-oriented country. Usually exports are equal to like 80-85% of GDP. 80 and 79% of the exports are heading European Union member states. So for us, being part of the common market is good. We want to concentrate on that. We think that the big problem with the current European Union is that it is over-ideologizing everything first, and second, they try to concentrate even the national competencies to Brussels. And this is something that we reject. We think that the European Union should not be an empire led by Brussels. We think European Union should be an integration of equal member states, which are equally strong, which can stick to their heritage, to their religion, to their culture, to their economic performance. So we represent a sovereignistic approach against the federalistic approach by Brussels.
You've been very consistent and very vocal about this, I remember, because this is my fourth interview with you. So what needs to be done for you to achieve that image or that EU which will work for Hungary?
Look, we think that there's a political change should be made. So currently it's the globalists who are leading the European Union. And we do believe that if the patriotic forces in Europe can grow and can take over, then they will put Europe on the right path. So from this perspective, the recent elections in Czech Republic in November were very important because a patriotic government has been established there. That's why our election on the 12th of April will be very important because because if we stay in power, then another patriotic power will be there. And there are patriotic parties all over Europe which are on the rise and are having good chance to win elections. So therefore, I think that the solution can come through a political shift in the European Union.
Does Hungary give more weight to bilateral or to EU when it comes to dealing with your trading partners or the powers of the world?
Yeah, well, I do believe that the recent changes in global politics have shown that the old global order is over. So the significance of the international law, international organizations, international standards has been declining. And I think that the significance of bilateral contacts, the significance of intergovernmental cooperation, the significance of personal relationships have now been increasing. So therefore, we do respect and we do honor the bilateral contacts, no question. We have been in direct contact with the Americans, with the Chinese, with the Russians, with the Turkish, all outside of the European Union, because we do believe that a small country like Hungary should concentrate on making the big centers of global politics interested in our own success. And currently, we don't see any counter-interest, neither from the side of Washington, nor Moscow, nor Beijing, nor Ankara, when it comes to our success.
So, what can we, Thailand, take from your stance or your policies when it comes to handling the geopolitics? Now that we're going to have a new elected government soon.
Well, I think
any shared practices or anything that we can learn.
Well,
from
let's see whether they would need our advice or not. I'm not pretty sure, but what I can tell you is the following: for us, what works is a sovereignistic approach. So if we give up our sovereignty, we are lost. So therefore, we carry out a sovereignistic political strategy.
Okay.
We made it very clear that there are certain decisions which cannot be made by anyone else. So when it comes to the question of war or peace, when it comes to the question of migration, when it comes to the question of families, when it comes to the question of gender ideology, it's no one else who would be entitled to make a decision for us. We are making our own decisions. And our foreign policy has always stemmed from national interest. I was never ready and open to look at ourselves through the angles of others. So that's why I was never interested in the reactions of anyone when it comes to our decisions, because our decisions are being based on our own national interest.
Of course.
And if I start looking at ourselves through the angles of others, then I will lose my compass. So looking at the world only from my own perspective, looking at ourselves only from my perspective, because once I can't resist the temptation to look at ourselves through the angles of others, then we're lost. So we keep on going this track, a sovereignistic foreign political strategy exclusively based on reaching the national interest.
Well, what if when you have to compromise, how do you do that?
Well, so far in the last 16 years, we had a single-party government, so we did not have to spend any time with coalition debates. In the European Union, we try to come to an agreement always, but when it comes to unanimous decisions, and when we disagree, then we simply don't give our consent. So we have to fight this fight, otherwise, we're going to be pushed down.
Thank you so much, Minister.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
My pleasure.